Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bugger and I am coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2. And this is going to be a quick new series from me. And it's coming late. There are probably other ones out there, but I'm going to do this anyways because I wanted to. And this is inspired by a video that I just saw uploaded to Truck Sim on Reddit with the Handbook of Trucking, which gives you the basic breakdowns of trucking and driving and how you run through the game. And basically, this is how to start your first company, as well as the most efficient way to level up. Now, what I'm going to show you doesn't mean this is the way you have to do it. But through starting over multiple times, this is what I found out to be the most efficient way to start your company and to level your driver. Alright, now hopefully we don't get too much wind interference. It's been hot and I can't turn the fans off, so I wouldn't even if I could. So we're going to create a new profile, and we'll probably get some loud music at one point, and I apologize for that because it brings the music back. Now, of course, creating your first profile, a lot of you probably already know this. Select a picture that kind of looks like a young me, and this is where it gets important. Selecting your first truck, because whatever truck you prefer as a design, this truck dealership will contact you and they will more or less I'm trying to find a good way to adjust this fan behind me, so I'm still getting some air, but it's not like too much on me. That's good. They will contact you in an email and automatically open up a location of a dealership so that you can buy your first truck from them. Now, in most situations, I'd actually go with Scania as my first truck because, well, that's just my preferred truck. But this one, I'm actually going to go with MAN because I really quietly like the MAN truck. And you also choose the symbol for your company. Not many symbols to choose from. And then you name your trucking company. So we'll just call it J Trucking. Trucking. Yeah, that's how you spell it. There you go. All right, and I'm going to be doing this in a completely vanilla setting. Okay, I'm not going to have any of my mods on because this is how most people will play the game at first, except for one, and that's my FOV mod, my field of vision. This pulls the camera back a little bit, giving me a better field of vision, as well as I'm not like feeling like I'm cramped into this. Have to disable all. And then, there we go, we'll just turn on the FOV. That's fine. Alright, now when we create this, we're probably going to get some loud music because it brings everything back. And I apologize for that. So you may want to turn your sound down a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Controllers, we want to do our gamepad. We want sequential. And we got to make sure we set up our controls properly. So I want to change the acceleration and the brake, as well as I want to do my looking up. Oh, no, that's wrong. That was the wrong one. Yeah, that's right. This is the right one. Okay, that's in. My shift up and my shift down. And it should set everything else right, but we got to get into the options. Now, first what it's going to do is ask you to check starting location. So I like to start like towards the center of the map. So this is actually a good place to start here, Nuremberg, because it gives you a fair amount of close locations. Anywhere that's a decent sized country, and yes, I'll talk about the Going East DLC. Anywhere that has a good sized country that has plenty of places around it. If you choose like France, like out here, there's very limited places you're going to be able to travel at first. So why not start here? This has got kind of a good grouping. Do I want to walk through the tutorial? No, I don't. In all due honesty. Yes, and it'll take you through all the controls to do basic gameplay. I'm here to help you start your first company. And as soon as we get this open, options, audio, no, music. We don't want music. And we want the audio down to half. I'm pretty sure that's where I have it. Okay, keyboard, it should, but did not transfer over all of my, it really should have transferred over all of my preferences, but it didn't. And so now I gotta go and set this up. Left turn indicator, right turn indicator. You know what? While I set this up, I'm going to temporarily stop the video. So, because it's just going to be wasting your time while I figure all this out again. So I'll be back just a second. Alright folks, and we're back. I'm really not sure if that's where I want everything, but it's where I'm going to put everything. And when you start, it's going to automatically give you a trip. And it's going to put you in the truck that you choose. So I chose man, so this is the truck we're going to drive with the load we're going to haul. And the load that you haul can be completely random. It could be a fair distance, or it could be a short distance. So we will have to see. We're hauling, looks like a standard trailer. And it, oh man, my controls are not where they should be. And I don't know why. Controls. Look left, right. Look up, down. Look up, down. I had it set wrong for whatever reason. There we go. And then there was something else that wasn't working for whatever reason. And it really should be. Yeah, that should work. But we'll see. Anyways. There we go. Now I can see. So this is going to be a standard distance trip by the looks of it. ...228 kilometers at 3 hours and 41 minutes. So this is a standard distance trip. You can get a really short distance trip. I mean, like literally within the same town that you're driving in. I have everything set to, not everything, but like my retarder and my exhaust brake for now are set to automatic because I just don't have enough buttons on my gamepad to deal with all of it. And without a steering wheel, and to be honest, I doubt I'll ever have one, just because, you know, money-wise, there are so many other things I always have to prioritize over such luxuries. Unless I can buy, like, a good used one. Cheap. Because, mainly, to be honest with you, everything that I have here, except for my mouse and my headset, is actually used. My dad bought me this headset for a Christmas present. My keyboard, my Logitech G15, I actually bought for $44 over 2.5 years ago off eBay. My gamepad here I bought used off Amazon for 12 bucks. So, you know, even my webcam was used for $12 off of eBay. So I do have the speed limiter turned off. For whatever reason, the air horn's not working, which is strange because each truck is supposed to have an individualized air horn. So maybe because I haven't put maybe because there are not air horns on the truck that I can't get the air horn sound. I don't know. It has the regular horn, which I can use. So I definitely want to start being careful. I've picked up quite a bit of speed, and I'm traveling on a standard country road. Now, there's no way around this. You're going to have to do this trip. This is just to help introduce you to you know, driving the truck and what the game is about. So that's what it is. Oh, and yes, I do have the Going East DLC. I decided to kind of bite the bullet on the money that I was holding. I'm going to put off getting Battlefield 3 for a little while. Maybe even as far as January. I wanted the Going East DLC that much. So I'm canceling my Battlefield 3 pre-order in order to get this. Besides, also, Pirates Creed Black Flag is coming out for PC late November. I know it's coming out on, you know, as usual, consoles first, which is fine. There's the drawback to being a PC gamer. And that drawback is, of course, very rarely do you get a launch before or at the same time that other people do. Well, like Battlefield. But still, even though it's coming out later, I would actually really rather that over Battlefield. And I do have to really choose because I can't afford both. And that's not a huge deal. Don't think I'm like sitting here whining or anything. You know, it is what it is, and I'm actually content with it. You know, because I'm looking back at Battlefield 3. I never bought all the expansions for Battlefield 3. I actually stopped playing before Aftermath, and I never bought the final expansion in the game. So it actually looks like we can try and overtake this guy. There we go. I'm pretty sure the air horn's not working because you actually have to put the air horns onto the truck, which is something a lot of people have been asking for. And you can get them in mods. You can get air horn sounds, but for them to actually add it into the game is really nice. They added quite a few nice little touches into the game. You know, they're not doing big overhauls. They're doing nice little changes. Like the Ivecos have new sounds recorded from the actual trucks, which is really freaking cool. I'm really digging the DLC right now, honestly. Everything that came out with it. And I really didn't understand what World of Trucks was, and I was really concerned about it. Boy, was I misinformed in my guesses. It was mainly because I actually had a hard time finding things about it, but SCS started a World of Trucks, and basically it's a website with everything having to do okay, not sure what happened there. Not sure what happened there at all, but suddenly my throttle got stuck. Now, if I had to describe the MAN truck versus other trucks, MAN truck is definitely a middle of everything truck, and this is something I didn't describe on my last video, where I actually broke the MAN down in terms of a long haul and, you know, a high-end truck. You know. And it kind of was brought to light by watching that that video, the Handbook of Trucking. And in short, what it is, you know, there are trucks that are all about like raw horsepower, like the Volvo and even the Scania. And then there are trucks that are more forgiving in the corners. And the Scania, although much more stable than the Volvo, is honestly not, I don't think, as stable as the MAN. Although the Man is, has a bit less horsepower and a bit less torque. The Man truck, now that I sit down and think about it, it's kind of the best of all worlds. It's, to me, it's sound, its look, its power, its handling in the corners. Everything about the Man truck is like really, really good, but it's not, over the top or the best. Well, that's part of it. Like, it doesn't have the best horsepower, it doesn't have the best torque, but it ranks up there with the big boys. But it is much more forgiving in the corners than those other than, to be honest, Scania and Volvo. Definitely more than Volvo. And as much as it pains me to admit it, it's more stable than the Scania. It is probably, if I am to put out a guess, in my own personal opinion, it's probably the most stable truck in the game, above and beyond quite a bit of all other trucks. So, if I'm, I still got the rumble strip on. I'm going to have to turn that off. I hate that sound. I really do. I really hate that sound when you're on the rumble stripe. But I'll find that later. I'm not going to do it in this video. Bit of a steep corner here, but handling it just fine. So, to give you kind of a sneak peek of sorts of the end, if I was to rate overall high-end trucks, I would have to say, I do take Scania as number one, and probably, despite it being much more powerful, the Man truck as number two over the Volvo. Just because its stability, and it is so close in terms of horsepower and torque. But if I'm to be truly honest with myself, Man is probably the best truck in the game for people starting out. And I'm going to post a video on everything when I do everything, and I'm going to post it in both of my truck sim posts on Reddit, and it's going to be a wrap-up. So if people only look at the beginner truck videos, then they connect and they will see it, as well as maybe maybe only see the high-end videos. So you'll see it either way. So we're going to discover a Volvo dealership, which is pretty cool. Nothing really great, but pretty cool. And I can actually see a lot of the improvement. I believe this is one of the new cities. I approached too slow. I'm not used to the Man truck's speed and feel and all that. So let's take a quick outside look at our truck. Real nice. Real nice truck. Pop back inside. So we're almost to our destination point. And I can see the improvement on the cities. I mean, like I said, I'm almost 100% positive this is one of the new cities. And I can already see the improvement. This is more like driving into a truck sim map city than it is a standard vanilla city. I could be wrong. They could have just updated the older cities, but even if they did just that, I can still see the difference. Alright, so here's our destination. Let's see what kind of back end we have. Not too bad. Not too shabby. I should be able to handle this without too much issue. I actually think I gotta turn my volume down more. I'm not used to the smaller trailers, so I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get this on the first go, as I have to swing, yeah, way too hard. Pretty sure my sounds are actually up too high. So let's reapproach this, shall we? And actually, I'm going to turn my sounds down a little more. I'm sorry if it's been too loud. I don't know where my volume is on the other game. I should have looked, in all due honesty. That's my bad. Alright, so let's try this again. Again, I don't know if we're actually going to get this on the first shot. Well, it's crooked, but it says it's in, so... Not my best back end, but not bad by far. Alright, so after you complete your first drive, you're probably going to level up. Now, if you get one of the really short runs, you won't. But if you get one of these longer runs, then you will. And you'll get to see your garage, and it's a one vehicle garage. It looks crappy. Yeah. So it shows you your garage. You watch that if you want. But now we get our skill points. This is your skill point tree. Your ADR is basically your hazmat. And it shows you here, you know, explosives, dynamite, fireworks, ammunition, gases, flammable liquids. Each point you put in each individual one of these opens up that cargo type. This is the only cargo type that does that. Alright, and I'll explain that in a moment. Long distance. The more points you have in here, obviously, the further you can drive. Rank 6, you can drive across all of Europe. And so that's where you want to get that. High value, fragile, and just-in-time cargo. Important right here. Putting 1 point in any of these unlocks the job. So if I put 1 point in high value cargo, then I'm able to haul all high-value cargoes. I put 1 point in fragile cargo, I'm able to haul all fragile cargoes. Just-in-time delivery, I'm able to haul all deliveries that are needed for just-in-time. Just-in-time does not have its own specific cargo types. Like high-value will be your heavy machinery. Fragile cargo would be your car carrier, as well as a few others. Just-in-time is just something else that's tacked on to these cargo types. But you get more experience, more rewards, and more money if it's tacked on there. So if you can get a high value and a just-in-time, you'll actually get more rewards. And econo driving is your fuel consumption. The more points you have in econo driving, the less fuel that you'll use per trip. Very definitely needed when you start upgrading your chassis and get smaller fuel capacity. Well, dummy me, stopped the recording rather than actually getting rid of my FPS down there. I apologize again. I don't know why this is going the way it is, but I'm rolling with it because I'm actually doing pretty well, at least in my eyes, other than these minor glitches that I'm doing. So anyways, how do you want to level this up? Well, it's real simple. You want to actually start unlocking in long distance. because the distances that you'll be able to travel are extremely limited. We're talking under 300 kilometers. And the longer distance your travels are, the more money that you make per load. So what you want to do is you want to put your first point in long distance, so you can get longer distance hauls. From here, you'll want to put 1 point in high value cargo to unlock that, 1 point in fragile cargo, 1 point in just-in-time delivery. This will unlock all of the categories and all of the cargoes that come along with these categories. Once you have 1 point in each one of these, you want to max out your long distance. So that way you can take all loads regardless of the distance. And finally, what you want to do, what you want to do after that is you want to unlock all your ADR. So you'll put your point in explosives and all the way across the board so that you'll unlock all cargo types. And then finally, you want to max out econo driving. And then once you have long distance maxed out first, ADR maxed out second, and econo driving maxed out third, then you want to put your points into your high value, fragile, and just-in-time delivery to finally max out the categories. It's honestly the most efficient way to level up. So to break it down real quick, first point in long distance, second point in whatever you choose, but I'm just going to go down the list. High value, third point in fragile cargo, fourth point just-in-time delivery, then max out long distance, then unlock all ADR, then max out econo driving, then finish off wherever you want for the rest of the points. Alright? That basically covers leveling up in a nutshell. So, when you start, you're obviously not going to own you're not going to have a first truck, and you're not going to have enough money for your first truck. So you'll only be able to do quick jobs. Now, quick jobs are good in the fact that you get to actually try various trucks. So, let's say, hey, you know what? I wanted to go with this truck, but I really like this truck, so I'm actually going to start buying here. Well, you can do that. And you can actually choose, hey, look, I want to drive Scania. Well, there's only one Scania load. I want to drive DAF. There's a couple DAF loads. Or, you can unlock all. Now, it doesn't matter where these trucks are located. You can choose any of them, so you don't have to choose just from your area or where you are. Any of these trucks you can choose. And I like to break them down by price per distance, because even though you may get more money going on a longer trip, that doesn't mean it's the most efficient. The most efficient is price per distance, how much money they pay you per kilometer. Okay? And so the best one is this Iveco run, which I get $14.37 per kilometer. Yeah? So that's the most. Plus I get $3,916. But there's, this one is $453, and I don't know why it's ranked under this one. I guess because you get more money overall despite... Oh, no, I have it by price. I apologize. Price per distance. There we go. $14.53, $14.48, $14.37. I apologize. I had it wound up wrong. So these are the most price efficient loads, doing it price per distance. You can do it by length, you can do it by destination, however you want, but the most efficient way, you'll get the most money per kilometer driven by going price per distance, even if it's not the most expensive. Like here, $3,916, that's more money, but in terms of time versus driving, I will actually benefit more by taking this run, which is $300 less, but I get more per kilometer. And right now, it's a very small, minor amount, $14.53 versus $14.37. But as you get higher up, these divides will become larger, in sometimes terms of 4 and 5 euros per kilometer. So it can make a huge difference. Or if you want, you can just choose what truck you want to drive. It's like, I don't want to drive the Volvo. I want to take the Iveco, the highway. you can do that too. You can just decide to drive by truck if you want. So it doesn't matter too much, but I personally like choosing the most cost-efficient run. Now the problem is I've already been on this run, so I won't mind taking the next one, which is actually even less money, but it goes somewhere I haven't been. And actually that's something I'd like to do. Just out of curiosity, that goes north. I haven't driven the Iveco highway, so I'm actually going to take this one. And this is going to be this is going to be a short series, 3-4 videos maybe at most. We'll see. Wow, listen to that new sound, yeah? The Iveco sounds pretty damn cool. Oops. Braking a little hard there. Oh, I like the new sound of the Iveco. Like I said, this is one of the small touches they've put in. The Iveco Highway and the Iveco Stralis actually have their own modded-in sounds now. So that's really awesome. So they actually sound pretty cool. I gotta say though, I'm not overly fond of the dashboard. The tachometer is easy to read. Nice big numbers. The speedometer though, those numbers are pretty small. And the display looks confusing. Not that I wouldn't get used to it while driving it, but actually I want to be over. Now, when you do quick jobs, your truck will not be fueled to capacity under most occasions. And as you do quick jobs, depending on how many quick jobs you do, it'll be very easy to actually get a truck that won't be able to make the distance that you're actually required to drive. So I've had that happen before. I've gotten into a truck and I've actually had my fuel come close to running out because I wasn't paying attention. But should that happen, and if I get the opportunity, I'll show you. Should that happen, you don't have to pay for the fuel. When you're doing quick jobs, all expenses are covered by the company that you're driving for. So toll booths, if you go across a ferry, the ferry cost and fuel costs are all covered by your employer for the job that you're doing. So that's beneficial as well. So nothing that way. There's a car coming that way, but we got enough time. I'm really digging this new sound on the Ivecos. It's really nice. These are actually recorded from the truck, not just generic in, which is what I guess they had before. Still not the most powerful though. That's alright. So I'm going to take this corner too fast. I don't know why I did that. I'm such an idiot. But fortunately, street signs do not hurt your truck. I honestly thought I was going to make that. I was just going to barely miss the sign. That was a dumb call. I make so many dumb calls when I drive sometimes. It's pretty sad. I like to feel that I'd be better off if I got used to a steering wheel, but you know, maybe in time. I never thought of actually trying to look up a used one, which surprises me considering how much I've actually gone into used and been very happy with it. You know, like I said, my keyboard, 2.5 years old, was bought used, and I forget how long. It actually said how long they had been using it, and everything works on it just fine. It's an amazing keyboard. I don't want to travel too fast because I don't have to. I don't have to travel too fast. It's a short run. And it's going to be the end of this video. Yes, I am going to still do my long haul series once I finish with my high-end trucks. And yes, I of course am still doing my high-end trucks. So there's no need to worry about that. I'm going to stay in 11th gear right now just because we have a hill climb going on. But if you haven't seen it, go check out the trucking handbook. Just search that in YouTube, Euro Truck Simulator 2 or EST2 trucking handbook, and it'll pop right up. That's the kind of production I wish I could put out, but I'm not that talented. I'm not good with video editing software, no matter what kind it is. You know, I'm really terrible with it. So my videos tend to be a little plain, which is, you know, a detriment in every way to me, to say the least. So I actually haven't paid attention if I pass the gas station, but I'm pretty sure I haven't. So, oops, we're going to lock in the cruise control at about 105. It should be just fine. But, you know, when it comes to video production, that's why my videos have a lot of bloopers in them. That's why sometimes I don't always sum things up properly and I gotta re-sum them up. It's basically because I do everything in one shot. I don't try to edit things together because I tend to mess them up. I don't try to re-record stuff because to me that adds character, you know. I am flawed. I make a lot of mistakes. I do a lot of things not the right way. I do make poor choices and poor decisions from time to time. And I don't want to hit this at 105. And by leaving them in my videos, it shows that, you know. There are some people out there I look and it's just like, it's too perfect. But what they have to do is they have to be that. You know, certain situations and certain videos and certain things that you do, you call for that. Kind of like Total Biscuit, a very big, if you don't already know, which you should, you know, video game journalist, basically. And independent at that, you know, not associated with anybody else, at least not officially. He has a lot of friendships and ties with other big internet journalists and reviewers and whatnot. like Jesse Cox and Angry Joe and all that. But, you know, even them, you know, they have to because of the type of video product and quality that they put out. Versus me, I'm just playing games and trying to help you along a little bit in the process, hopefully. You know, and in many cases, just have a little bit of fun. You know, there's so many things I'm looking forward to, like Black Flag. But the thing is, by the time I'm actually able to post any Pirates Creed Black Flag, you know, it's going to be old content by that point because the console versions have been out for a month. At least I think that's roughly the difference that it's going to be. From what I saw on Steam, the new Black Flag for Pirates Creed there is coming out towards the middle or end of November. I thought it was coming out like the end of December. It was something I read, this is coming out the end of December. But I guess maybe they bumped it up. But either way, and I'm actually going to have to get over lanes. But any way that you spin it, I'm going to be behind the times. It's that simple. You know, I'm going to be behind the times when it comes out. Will that stop me from posting footage? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no, it won't. You know, that's just the thing about being a PC gamer versus a console gamer. Speaking of which, man, maybe in my next video, or maybe I'll do it in my next high-end truck, I have got to tell you what Steam just did to me. And I feel it was a really, really poor thing. And the thing is there's nothing I can do about it. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to do anything. There's nothing that says I will or won't. Hopefully, no, we're going to roll if I stay off the brakes, so... But I can regale it to you real quick here before we get to our plays. I signed up for the Friends and Family beta, yeah? And I got into the beta recently, but I haven't been able to share games, and I don't know why. So, you know, talk about something coming to bite me back in the ass. You could easily just blame this on me, and I realize that. But, you know, bear with me a second while I try and flesh this out before I, you know, finish off this run. So I made a Steam support ticket, and they gave me something to try. I tried it, didn't work. So I sent them another ticket. Not another ticket, but I sent them a reply because they hadn't replied back. And I said, look, it's not fixed yet. This issue's not closed. Please help me. And then I got something back saying, oh, we've made it so that anybody who has a VAC ban cannot participate in the Friends and Family. And yes, I do have a VAC ban. I was banned for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And this was 4 or 5 years ago. And the only reason I did is because I hated the game at that point. I was sick of it. You know, everybody was cheating on it. Everybody, you know, it was my first real introduction into really toxic community. And I got so sick and angry of it that I just said, hell with it. You know, I don't care if I get banned at this point. I'm just gonna go out in a blaze of glory on this account. So I bought out, not bought, but yeah, I bought, in all honesty, a hack for it. And I did, you know, play the game illegally, so I was banned. And I didn't care. And I was like, you know, fine, it's done, it's over with. And I, you know, was never going to buy another COD product, which ended up not being true. I bought Black Ops, and I think I even got Modern Warfare 3. But I hardly played. I played Black Ops quite a bit. I almost never touched Modern Warfare 3, and to be truthful to you now, I'll never touch another COD product. Not that it's a bad game. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I just don't like it, and I don't like the community. You know, it's a great game. It's a great multiplayer. You know, I just don't like the community, period. So that's why I'm avoiding it. So because that happened, they're saying that I won't be able to take... I won't be able to participate in the Friends and Family beta. To me, that's like really rough, you know? Boy, we got a bad angle on this one. I botched that turn pretty hard. I botched that really freaking hard. So I'm actually going to use the road here, which is not unheard of by trucks, to say the least. But the thing is I didn't have to. That's right. We're backing a standard trailer, so it has a lot more give to it than I'm used to. It looks like we're gonna get it okay. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, karma coming back to bite me in the ass, I guess, is that I don't know if I'll ever be able to participate in Friends and Family because of my disdain for a single game. I let it get the better of me, and, well, I did something I shouldn't have. But I can understand being banned for the game, but to be kept out of everything else, because my account for Steam is going on 7 years old. It's the only thing I've ever been banned for. Everything else is in great standing. I've never had any problems or any issues with anything else. So is it fair to punish me for something I did 4 or 5 years ago and have not repeated or done anything even remotely close or similar since? I honestly don't think so. So I don't think it's fair that Valve's doing this. I really don't think it's fair that if you got a VAC ban for something like that, but you had a long-standing time since then where you haven't done anything wrong, that you should be continuously punished. It's like your kid breaks a window and you punish him for it, and then 5 years later, because he broke that window, you say, you know what, I'm not going to take you to... I'm just going to pull the name out of my hat. I'm not going to take you to Chuck E. Cheese for your birthday because you remember that window you broke 5 years ago? Yeah, I'm still punishing you for that. To me, it's kind of like the same thing. You're still punishing someone for something they did 5 years ago? Anyways, it is what it is. I still can play my games, and I'm happy about that. But anyways, enough about that. That's not what I'm here about. So, we finished our run. We did not make level 2, unfortunately, so we're still going to be stuck, because what abilities you have in your profile does affect what quick jobs you can get. However, we did get an email, so let's go take a look at the email real quick. This is the first email you'll get. It's the MAN dealership contacting me, letting me know, hey, we got a showroom in Berlin. We heard you like MAN trucks, so you can come in here and buy them. Like I said, this is why choosing your preferred model of truck is actually very, very important, because it'll be the dealership that automatically unlocks for you. Okay? So, in our next episode, we'll continue on with our quick jobs, and we'll get another email, and we'll go over that when we get there. As a matter of fact, we're going to get 2 emails, because I'll basically possibly be able to finish everything out in the next video. We'll see. Like I said, this is going to be anywhere from 2 to 4 videos long at most. So I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you folks. Until next time, this is One Big Bugger signing out. Don't forget to join me for the next video as we continue on about starting your first company.